and the other factor 1 upon t plus 1 into f of x 1 by 1 plus e raised to x. Now we simplify this. First, 1 upon d represents simple integration. So since d is the differentiation, 1 by d will represent integration with respect to x of the function 1 upon 1 plus e raised to x minus here. We can compare value for m is equal to 1. So sign is plus. Then we start with e raised to minus 1 x into integration of f of x, that is 1 upon 1 plus e raised to x. Now take e raised to x dx. So this will be the integral. Now we can evaluate this integration first. So to evaluate this, we can multiply numerator and denominator by e raised to x. So for evaluating this, we multiply by e raised to x in the numerator as well as denominator 1 plus e raised to x. Or we can take e raised to x common. So this term will be e raised to minus x plus 1, and this e raised to x can be written on the numerator as e raised to minus x. So there are different ways to simplify this integral. This e raised to minus x as it is here, e raised to x into dx upon 1 plus e raised to x as it is. Now, we simplify this integral by using the substitution. So here we put 1 plus e raised to x is equal to t. This implies value of e raised to x into dx is equal to dt. Therefore, the required particular integral reduces to integration. This numerator will be dt, denominator term will be, we substitute t here, and e raised to x is equal to t minus 1 into t, this will be the first bracket, minus e raised to minus x as it is, because we are using this substitution for evaluating these integrals only. So this e raised to minus x will be as it is, numerator will be dt and denominator will be t. Now here there are two linear terms, so we can apply method of partial fraction again. Here we apply method of partial fraction for simplifying. So again, if we take a upon t minus 1 plus b upon t, cross multiplying, dividing the factors, then we can identify this as integration of, so first term will be 1 upon t minus 1 minus 1 upon t dt minus the second term e raised to minus x into integration of dt upon t as it is. If we take the integration, so this will be log of t minus 1 minus log t minus e raised to minus x into log t. So this will be the value of integration. We can substitute value for t minus 1 is equal to e raised to x. So this is log of e raised to x minus log of t is equal to 1 plus e raised to x minus e raised to x as it is into log of 1 plus e raised to x. Now we can simplify. Log e raised to x is nothing but x We can take log of 1 plus e raised to x as common. So this will be 1 plus e raised to x into log of 1 plus e raised to x. So this will be your required value for particular integral. We can denote it by equation number 2. Therefore, from 1 and 2, therefore, the required general solution becomes, so from equation number 2, y is equal to yc plus yp, that is complementary function plus particular integral. Since our complementary function was c1 into e raised to 0x plus c2 into e raised to minus x will be the first part of the solution, and second part is particular integral, that is x minus 1 plus e raised to x into log of 1 plus e raised to x. So this is the required particular integral, and this will give us the required general solution. So in this way we can simplify the linear differential equation of non-homogeneous type. Let's take another example. This time we go for a little easier one. So we take example number 2. Suppose your differential equation is given in standard form: d square minus 7d plus 6y is equal to e raised to 2x. So again, so for this problem we consider the auxiliary equation first. Auxiliary equation is d square minus 7d plus 6 equal to 0. That means our factors are, or directly we can find roots on scientific calculator. Since degree of auxiliary equation is 2, we are expecting 2 roots. And if you find root of this quadratic equation, the roots will be 1 and 6. Isn't it? If we consider d minus 1 into d minus 6, product will be plus 6, and minus 1 minus 6 will give minus 7. So this will be the real and distinct roots. Therefore, required complementary function is first arbitrary constant for the first root, and first root appears in the exponential function. Second constant for the second root, and second root appears in the exponential function. So this will be the required complementary function. Now, to find particular integral, we operate these linear factors, that is d minus 1 and d minus 6, on the f of x, that is e raised to 2x. Again we have two choices. First, we can apply these two factors one by one, or we can separate these two by using method of partial fraction. So let's apply method of partial fraction. So what we do, we consider the factors 1 upon d minus 1 into d minus 6 is equal to a upon first factor d minus 1 plus b upon d minus 6. We take the cross multiplication a into d minus 6 plus b into d minus 1 is equated to 1 after cancelling the denominator term. So for d is equal to 1, value for a is equal to, so what will be value for a? If we substitute a is equal to 1, this will be minus 1 by 5. And for b is equal to 6, value for b is equal to plus 1 by 5. Therefore, your particular integral can be written as, so value for a is equal to minus 1 by 5, and your factor is d minus 1 into f of x, that is e raised to 2x, plus value for b is equal to plus 1 by 5, denominator term is d minus 6, and f of x is e raised to 2x. This will be your formula for particular integral. Then we can take this minus 1 by 5 as it is, and we apply general method formula for n is equal to 1. Since it is minus, so we start with e raised to plus 1x into e raised to 2x, opposite sign, into dx, plus here we take 1 by 5 outside, value for m is equal to minus 6, so m is equal to 6, so we start with e raised to 6x first into f of x into e raised to minus 6x dx. So we take the integration one by one. So it is minus 1 upon 5 into e raised to x into integration of e raised to x dx, plus 1 upon 5 e raised to 6x outside the sign of integral, e raised to minus 4x into dx. Fine. So if we simplify this, minus 1 by 5 e raised to x, integration of e raised to x will be e raised to x as it is, plus 1 upon 5, this e raised to 6x as it is, integration of e raised to minus 4x is e raised to minus 4x upon minus 4. So if we simplify this, this will become e raised to 2x along with that minus sign upon 5 minus e raised to 2x upon 20. So if we simplify this, minus 1 by 5 minus 1 by 20, e raised to 2x can be taken outside. If we simplify this, so what will be this value? Minus 4 minus 1 will be minus 5 by 20 into e raised to 2x. If we simplify, e raised to 2x upon 4 will be the simplified value for particular integral. We denote it by equation 2. Therefore, from 1 and 2, the required particular integral is equal to complementary function. So, required general solution is equal to complementary function plus particular integral. Complementary function was c1 e raised to x plus c2 e raised to 6x, and particular integral is e raised to 2x upon 4. So this is the required general solution. Okay. So in this way we can find the general solution by calculating particular integral by using general method. Thank you.